All right, YouTube fam, this one's going to be a little different. This is Dark Angel's journey. Kitty just woke up for the cuteness. Oh, where's a little kitty? Good boy. And I am Shakira. So, uh, this one I'm going to do a little prep work for potential upcoming trades and see if I can't find some stuff. So, for this one, I'm just going to pop in and I'm going to clean out some of this stuff. I'm just going to use, oh, whew, Kitty's breath is kicking hardcore. All right, let's turn these off for 2 seconds here, and then let's do a little cleanup. So no replay, this is live data. Um, where are we? Zoom in a little bit here. It's Sunday. What day is it? I don't even know. Ha. Zoom in some more. Oof, that's boring, isn't it? Sunday the 9th? Yeah. All right, so I cleared up my charts because it was getting a little insane, and I need some way to figure out what the hell I'm doing. So I'm gonna do the usual high level review for me, and I'm gonna set it up for some trade setups potential. Let's see. And as always, I'm gonna change this to red because red is my daily time frame trackers. And let's go ahead and Kitty is cleaning kitty self. So touch there, zoom in. Got a number of touches here. Nice confirmation on that level. A touch here and then that breakout here. All right, so while we're at it, looks like let's grab some other levels on the daily that makes sense that we can see. That one looks like a thing. And let's also double check it. Touch, 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 and then you can roll all the way to the left and double check some more touches. Let's do that. Scroll over, zoom in, and touch, 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 touch. Yep, that's a good level. And let's plop that back over to the right here. And do we have something up here as a level? Yeah. So touch, touch, and scroll to the right and get some more confirmations if we have any. We have a breakthrough on that guy. Anything else? No? Okay. All right. Oh, oof. Kitty needs to get his teeth brushed, man. This is oh horrendous for me. Wow. All right. So some things to focus on. So that's that. So let's go into the 4 hour. Let's make that auto. And sadly, whenever I'm about to go ahead and add in this imbalance zone and then this guy, let's come in here and make some adjustments. We want everything, the time frame for the chart. So I'm gonna say I want the fit. Yeah. So if I'm in the 5 minutes, it'll show up. It'll just say FVG, and then I can make it say whatever I want in. So 15 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hour. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to adjust this so it does 1 hour in the front. Just makes more sense to me. Oops. It's a 4 hour. That's the day. It's going to be the 15-minute. That one. All right. And filled FVG type. It's on the close. You could probably set that to the high and the low. See how that changes it. I'm extending them out so I can see them. And I'm expecting that it's going to overlap with the imbalance zones. And they're pretty bright, so let me make that a little bit more opaque. Oops. Yep. All right. Okay. Can't miss them now, huh? Because look, What does this mean? I don't have to draw imbalances anymore. Yes. That's pretty sweet. All right, so if I take the imbalance zone out, perfect, comes together, and it might be a point where I don't need both of them, but this one says there's something here, and the imbalance zone doesn't say there's something there. So that's why I'm using them together. So maybe one is missing something for the other. All right, so on the 4 hour, what do we have to play with? So we've been looking like we had a nice little, so anything internal I'm going to set in orange. So I know it's like a lower time frame style thing. And let's do it from inside of here, inside the zone. And let's get some touchies, touch, 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 touch. That's good. So that touch, that breakout, but none of that really closed over in that, right? Touch, 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 touch. Good, good, good. And my question is this going to become some kind of support? We'll see how that plays out. Okay. So what do we have forming here? And what I want to do right now is find the most juicy breaks, if it's possible, and figure out what my next trade style entry is going to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down, say, into the 1 hour. And oof, with the auto, that's gross. Dang. Oof. That's the one thing about using some of these is it really screws up with the candle formations. Best to like make sure they're salted out first and then turn them on. Yeah, because otherwise it's the auto will just slap you in the face. All right, so do we have anything juicy? We had, let me turn my, I'll take this imbalance finder off because I don't think I'll be using that for a while. Let's put my higher high, lower low back on. I do like that. And let's see, so we had this break right here out of this place. It was a strong break. And what do we have accompanying it? Does this not want to go back further? All right, so it's this red candle, I'm gonna say, as my order block, right in the middle there. Where is this? Let me move this up here so I can see it. Grab that. And I'm only doing this because I want to see how this played out, right? So this would have been this is our demand, OB. Is there anything else juicy? I feel like this is an imbalance as well. I don't know why these guys aren't showing it. Crud. Maybe I have to add back my regular imbalance finder. How fascinating. That's also not showing it. Maybe it's just not going back far enough time-wise, guys? So where's the time frame for this? Oh, it's so much harder for me to find the time frame in this newer version. Could just be blind, Time frame for extending the imbalance, all of them. Show information label, no information size. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I need to make the FVG labels bigger. It's annoying. I can't find it. But that's been filled, so let me just make a quick adjustment for the FVGs because I want to make sure the size of the, maybe not large, maybe medium. Let's see. Yes, I can read. No, large is better. My eyesight, guys, it's not the best. Let's make that to large. We can see what it is. 1 hour. Is this comboed or something? Did I mess up the settings for the 4-hour FEG? No. Then why does it look like that? Isn't that weird? Whatever. All right. So we had this demand area. It hit it. Pretty sure there's an imbalance here because, I mean, price, well, not anymore. Well, price took some of it. So there's an imbalance here. So if we've got an order block plus an IMB, that equates to a dragon fruit, which is a nice strong area. And did we have, so that's the lower low, it's the lower high. Just wondering if there's any kind of like Quasimodo attached to it as well. Well, the lower high is like right in the general space, so I do believe this would be the QMB in this case. If I don't take the body of the entire thing, would be about there, and that would be our QMB, and that's QML, Quasimodo level, Quasimodo zone. So then if we adjusted this up and then we have the QML as well, that's a pretty strong area for a pop back up, for price to come, touch it, roll. So what did it do? It did that, and now it's looking like it's trying to find some support over here. Do have this break right here, which is a nice juicy one. Let's close that up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just set my, I want to set my premium and discount zones for this. So I'm just going to set my GAN box, and I want it to be down to this. Actually, it could be all the way down to this lowest low right here. It's hard to see. And then I want to put my fib. So yeah. And make sure I'm doing this right. Wrong direction. Hang on. If I want the fib to work, to say take a long back up to one of these juicy imbalance areas, it needs to be in the, I need to start at the low right here and then bring it up to the high. Right there. All right. So that means that, and I'll move this to the right so it's not too annoying, to line up with my GAN box approximately. Okay, there you go. All right, so what do we have? We had a swing failure up here. We have this juicy imbalance to pop back up into. Let's go into like the 5 minutes. And that's the only thing about these indicators I'm not gonna like. Which one of them is causing that? It's an imbalance zone, huh? Both of them, geez. So let's take them both off for a hot second. And then add that guy back. Oh, come on. Oh, hold on. My bad. Let's take that off and then add it back. Okay, what do we have on the 5 minute that might be juicy to trade in the meantime? Well, we have this juicy break right here. Yeah, that's a good one. Let's see if price is going to roll back down this way. So, oops, not that. So this is a nice little break. Prepping for a trade is work, y'all. Especially since I want to make sure that I'm doing all the right things. Okay, so what do we have in here that's not bad? We've got a 15-minute imbalance all the way down here. We've got a 1-hour imbalance up here, combined with a 4-hour imbalance, and the 5 minute, the 5 minute, 5 minute, and this break that just happened. And it looks like this red candle down here, since it Meandered, thought about it, meandered, thought about it, meandered, thought about it, then went up. Okay, could even be that guy. But let's say this red candle that has an imbalance attached to it, this is juicy. So I'm gonna have to make that brighter since this thing is so green. Let me adjust the green back down a bit more. Yeah, okay. Let's see how I like that one. And then, so this guy is a combo again, order block plus, oops, that's an equal, plus imbalance, which again, you know, creates a dragon fruit. And okay, let's make that, no, purple's too dark. Blue's all right. All right. And what else we got? We got the low, and that's the higher high. That's what it needs to break. It broke it strongly. So it's the higher high that made that. Don't know that we have a QML to go with that one. What's annoying is that there's this other bigger order block down here. So we got to be careful. Okay, so since then, we've gotten this break, and we are, hang on. Let's go back up to like the 1 hour so I can move these. Crud. I'm gonna have to remember to keep doing that to move these over a smidge. So I'm prepping this for an actual trade. So let's, whoops. Let's move this over like so. Okay. Let's go back into the 5 minutes. All right. Okay, so we have this area here. What I'm looking for is, and we're in the discount zone. So honestly, could be looking for a nice long, regardless of all of this. Can I get these candles to be a little less hard to see? Okay, so on the 5 minute, that break is it's pretty good. Clean, nice clean candle. Came back down. Has it been? So one of two things can happen. It can either come down to this area here and hit it and keep going, or if it wants to come down to this even more juicy spot for a bounce back up, or has it already? Because look, looks like I think we've missed the boat potentially on that guy. So it has already dipped from the other break into this area here on the 5 minute. So all we'd be doing is looking for another break for a good entry to come back up, to continue going back up. So has that already happened is the question. So we had this lower low here. There's this break that happened. Let's see. And so it'd be this red candle. It doesn't look like we came back down. There's this other break here that's more promising. So the question is if it comes right down and hits this and goes back up. So this break came back down into the break area, but hasn't hit it just came into the imbalance, which makes sense. So crud. Might have missed the opportunity to roll back up. Because this would have been it here. Because this is too far. There's no imbalance right next to it, but the imbalance itself is a good entry zone. So you could have waited. Looks like we could have waited for this to come down. We have this bullish engulfing. Nice. And then we could have gone, come in here for, because we're looking for longs, because remember we're in our discount zones. Waited for that bullish engulfing candle and then opened in this next candle. Put our stuff down here, like maybe one ATR below this bottom here, and then look for something going back up to the next juicy imbalance, which was honestly right about there. And look how well that worked. It's not a big thing, but it is a potential trade. So that one's gone. Damn it. Okay. So there's another break now that's happened. And now we're going to have to wait for price to pop back down. Looks like it's trying to do it now. Look. Let's see. All right. So expectations. This is a nice juicy spot. What I want to see is price looks like it's breaking in. I want it to touch it and then bounce back up and then continue so and then continue back up. Let's see how well that works out for us. So my hope is that we see it come down here. It eats this imbalance right here. There's no close imbalance except for what's all the way down here to be eaten. And this has already been tested and we've pushed up. So let's see. And yeah, look at that. It was right in the entry area too, was right in the middle or almost practically in the middle of the 0.8, 0.7 zone. Yeah. Still working our way back up. Man, that's a good looking setup right there. All right, so now we gotta wait. Just gotta wait. So what I'm hoping for is long position. I'm looking for a long position from somewhere in the middle of this puppy right here with the base of the bottom that it creates when it comes down. Somewhere like that. And then let's zoom out. Coiling downwards, slowly trying to go back up. So if this doesn't turn into resistance, then just come all the way back up to 0.6. Let's go up to the 15 minutes. Oh, sorry. Let me turn that back on so I could see the imbalances that we're working towards. So back to the 5 minutes here. What's our thing? So there's a 4-hour imbalance up here. So 1 hour up there. Could we potentially be that ridiculous about this? Maybe. No, no. So that would put us at an entry of, if we were to enter here, what is that? 19,399. And so down there, the stop loss of 19,381. That's too close, honestly. So we might have to push it below this guy, which is 19,357. And yeah. Let's go back to the 15 minutes. Well, let's see if this plays out. Looks like there's a minute left in this 50-minute candle. It hasn't broken this thing yet, so maybe you won't even make it back down. Maybe there will be like a, because that one's already been hit. Let me move that over. So maybe we'll have another opportunity. Because look, equal, that is most definitely an area to aim for. So we got equal highs here. So that's like a liquidity hunt right there. So I would have to adjust my expectations, at least for the moment, in short term, and aim for that approximately. Yeah, or somewhere in the middle. And that would give me nothing really, 0.73%. But it's a potential. It looks like that 50-minute candle looks like it's respecting this level, so it might not come back down here. Let's see. Is this turning into some kind of support resistance level? New 50-minute candle. Fascinating. You know, yesterday I had a scenario set up where we had the head, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, psh, 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 and it worked. I literally walked away. I was like, it's breaking under here. And I walked away and I was like, oh, I wonder if it's going down. And it did. And I was like, And I came back. I just walked back and it was just like a big red candle. I was like, whoa, this is impressive. But I was like, if it's, giant wick down into our entry zone down here, and if I'd planned that out, I could have just been like, with the dragon fruit and the QML, I would have just gone somewhere in the middle of the QML as my entry. And look at how well that would have worked out. Oh, man. And it's close to the 0.8. And if I'd set my entry at like 0.7, it's not the best because there's all this back and forth, but I think I like closer to 0.8 for entries. They seem to like to shake traders out of their stop losses. But what are we looking at right now? What is Bitcoin doing? So we've got equal highs. This is telling me it's trying to go lower, honestly. So we'll see if it respects this level here. But that's what I'm thinking. But it has to break this for it to do any of that. Otherwise, we've got equal highs up here, stop hunt activity. It's playing along this level like it wants to prep for something. So I don't know. I think I'll let that slide for now. But I'm gonna stop this and just say, hey, I'm gonna wait and see how this plays out. But if this holds, then most likely, and guys, we're still in the discount zone, right? So once we get past this 0.5, this is where we should be looking for shorts. So right now I'm still looking for longs back up into these 4-hour. Oh, it's a 4-hour and daily. That's what it looks like, that imbalances. So one way to look at this, if I'm really trying to find patterns and all of this stuff, right? Let's see if that makes any kind of sense for the moment. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So if it could be coiling along in here until it breaks upwards, because it is coiling upwards on this guy. If I were to ignore the fact that, and this is where this stuff gets real interesting, eventually, then, and these would have to be a different color. Let's say blue for a different level, because they say not to delete your previous stuff, right? So if this is going to work out the way we think it's going to play out. Oh, what's wrong with my mouse? Oh, did it just die? What? Hold on. Yeah, my mouse is acting up. Sorry, guys. So if this is going to play out this way, then just readjust for it to be more touches, more accurate. So right now, it's, wow, that's a triple threat right here. We had this breakout, touch, 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 and then it's consolidating again in this zone. So there's a potential for another breakout. But it's making higher lows, so that makes me feel like it might be breaking in the opposite direction. So potentials are like this. See how well this works out for us. So say if it was supposed to break out, then we could be looking at 19,858, and that's well within the 1 hour imbalance and the daily and the 4 hour imbalance, and past the 0.5. So that's what I'm thinking. If it doesn't break below here, then this will be a nice little entry area. Otherwise, we need to find another potential, and it could still break down and do this. Come back down. Hold on, let me try right. Do something like that to retest it, and then continue on. Meandering like this until it gets to wherever it needs to get to. You know what I mean? So let's see how this plays out. All right, guys. All right, cool. That's that trade setup for now. That's what I'm waiting for Bitcoin. It's Sunday on the 9th of October, about 2:05 p.m. Eastern Standard. All right. Hope this works out for me and for you. Happy hunting, y'all. Shakira out.